In this video, I'm going to be going over the changes to the Silver 73 plan for 2026 on Covered California. It's been a very popular plan in 2025 because it basically became available to most people regardless of income, and that is going to be changing in 2026. So if you have the Silver 73 plan, you're going to want to watch this video because I'm going to be going over the changes. I'm Sebastian. I talk to people about their health insurance every day. I've seen what works, and I've also seen what can cost people big time. So just a little bit of a background about the Silver 73 plan. So before 2025, it was this gold level plan that you would get at the price of a silver plan. Very good copays. And in fact, it has a currently, and before 2025, it had a $0 deductible, right? And that's pretty good for a silver plan. And also, it had a maximum out of pockets of 6,100. So it's basically this gold level plan that people were getting at the price of a silver plan. Now, it was only available to those making 200 to 250% of the federal poverty level. So basically, you had to be within a very specific income range to even qualify for this plan, right? It was usually around lower to middle income people and families that can actually qualify for this plan. Now, in 2025, California boosted the funding for the enhanced CSR program to 165 million. So they actually boosted the funding for this silver plan, and they just dumped a lot of money into that plan, making it available to anybody above 200% of the federal poverty level. So you could be making $1 million a year and you could qualify for the Silver 73. So yeah, a lot of people got onto the plan in 2025. I mean, it was a silver plan that felt more like a gold plan, right? Many people switched over. In fact, when you go to CoveredCA.com, the official site for Covered California, the Silver 73 plans are the first to show when you look at plans. They're defaulted to show the Silver 73 plans. So again, a lot of people got onto these plans in 2025. But in 2026, there are some pretty big changes happening to the Silver 73. So because the enhanced subsidies are expiring in 2026, unless extended, and it is currently October 16th at the time of this recording, and Congress, it doesn't seem like they're going to extend the subsidies. We still don't know. We haven't heard back from Congress. And I've made full-on other videos talking about the enhanced subsidies and, the possible extension of them or not. So after this video, make sure to check out those videos about the enhanced subsidies being extended or not. But basically, California is focusing their state funds towards state subsidies for lower income families. So what Covered California is saying is that while this funding will provide a meaningful lifeline for the lowest income Covered California enrollees, it far from fills the $2.1 billion hole the federal government would be leaving. If Congress takes timely action to extend the federal enhanced premium tax credits, Covered California will be able to maintain the current state enhanced benefit program, which provides plans with lower out-of-pocket costs for most Covered California enrollees. So they're talking about if they enhance the subsidies, if they extend the enhanced subsidies through 2026, then California can use more funding to keep the Silver 73 plan available to anybody regardless of income. But as you can see here, in 2026, once again, it's only going to be available to those making 200 to 250% of the federal poverty level. So many people are going to lose access to the Silver 73 plan because a lot of people aren't going to be within this income range. And before I go into what you can actually do if you lose eligibility for the Silver 73 plan, I'm briefly just going to mention how the plan will look next year if you still qualify for it. So the copays are pretty similar, like the day-to-day usage that you're going to have. I mean, primary care, it's going to be $15 more. Urgent care will be $15 more. The copays are pretty similar, but the biggest change will be the deductible. It's going from $0 to $5,200. That's a big jump. $5,200. On top of that, the out-of-pocket maximum is going from $6,100 to $8,100. If something happens, like you end up in the hospital, I mean, how comfortable do you feel paying $8,100? A lot of people don't have that kind of money sitting around. So these are some pretty big gaps to your health insurance. Now I'm going to be going into how to actually fill in these gaps and also what you can do if you are no longer eligible for the Silver 73 plan. So if you're still eligible for the Silver 73 plan and you want to avoid that big deductible and that big out-of-pocket maximum, what I would advise you to do is consider stacking on an accident and or a hospital plan. And the way that these plans work is, let's just say you have an accident, a terrible, terrible accident. You slip, you fall, you break an arm, you take the ambulance to the ER, you get a big old medical bill of $10,000. Okay, what's going to happen is that if you have a $10,000 accident plan, they're going to match that medical bill that you got, and they're going to pay out usually just about $10,000. Okay, straight to you. And that means that you can use that money towards your medical bill, and you're responsible for $0. In fact, if your maximum out of pocket is $8,100, then you will have a couple $1,000s left over after you pay your medical bill. And a hospital plan works the same way. You know, if you get a $10,000 medical bill, if you get admitted into the hospital, then a hospital plan would pay just about $10,000, which you can use towards those medical bills. So that's what I would advise you to do if you want to keep the Silver 73 plan in 2026 and you don't want to be exposed to that big deductible and that big out-of-pocket maximum. Now, if you are no longer eligible for the Silver 73 plan, you will need to look at other plans. Okay, there's not really a choice you have. And that's what I help people do. If you need help with Covered California, maybe you're no longer eligible for the Silver 73 plan. Maybe you want to look at some accident and hospital plans to pair with your Covered California plan. I'd be very happy to help you. Just schedule a call with me. It's the first link in the description and book your free call.